Alive and kicking. We've made it. We're late. Maybe it's my new MO. I apologize, but happy time zones nonetheless, and a big old happy Wednesday to everybody. Question of the day. On a day that you're supposed to work and your boss tells you you can take the day off, is being a couch potato all day helpful or hurtful to motivation? I'll tell you right now, it's hurtful. It is really hurtful. I was couching it. That's it, dog. That's all I was doing. Philly! Something my guy. Yeah, man, I was comfy cozy. Again, just straight chilling. That's all I did all day. It's like 65 degrees Fahrenheit here in New Hampshire. Pouring buckets. And then we do shower with Youngblood. All out of pull-ups. Had to go out, had to get off the couch. Well, I mean, you know, obviously I was off the couch to do shower, but had to get up, had to go down to the store, had to get pull-ups for him for the night. Like, dog, I was just vegetable all day, and it felt great. But, for wanting to get anything done, like, not good at all. Absolutely not good, but I hope you guys are doing great. Welcome back. 65 like 3 hours ago. Now it's 40. Oh yeah, I'm sure that like the temps are gonna tank tonight. Bonkers. Come on, chair. I need you to work with me here, please and thank you. Yeah, that works. It feels right. But now if we do that and then wait, no, maybe pivot. All right, I think we're good. Yeah. So he's trying to find that friggin' happy medium. Don't mind me. But what's good, fam? How's it going? What's happening? If you guys got to take a nap today, I hope it was awesome. If you guys had to work today, I hope it didn't suck, and I hope that your week has been well. Nah, dude, that gif that Phil posted was like perfect. Dan declared it the nap, as you know, as anybody should have. Past 9 o'clock. There's a good chance I'm down for the count. But then such a good gif. I was like, yeah, it's all right. That was perfect. I laughed, like belly laughed on that one. That was a good one. So Yalfert has the second portion of Eden. And Luray, excuse me, has the Savage, if I'm not mistaken. There it is. Yep. Yeah, it's something about 14 that it hates OBS chat for some strange reason. I don't know why. It's very, very strange. Everything it's very weird. Phil, what's up, my man? Oh, hey, wait, they changed what, the Twitch site? Phil, are you working? I'll just double check, see where I'm at, see what we're getting into. Yeah, okay, so you're probably working. I can start doing MSQ. Back to the Crystarium we go. We'll come back here later. That'll at least be semi-game plan. Part 2 if you want, but we might not get into it till next. Okay, yeah. I see your name in the tags at the top. Oh, shit. Okay, so hang on. Because I had seen, I think it was sometime last week, they said they were going to roll that out. And I just hadn't seen it. Let me go to... Yo, KJ's playing Xenosaga. Let's go. All right, see, for me, it's still on the bottom of the page. Mine is still on the bottom. But I had seen screens of, like, they were testing it out. I don't know if it's going to be, like, a full rollout thing or whatever. But yeah, how does it look? How does it feel? Currency, where are we at tomes wise? I think I need 284. I'll just check them right here. Screw it. Cryptolurker. Yeah, 280. Yeah, because I need another ring. No, I need fisticuffs. But yeah, I still need 280. That's fine. I mean, what are the chances Duty Roulette gets me in early, Curly? Probably not, but... Down! Screw it, dog. Let's try. Why not? Looks fine, will just take some getting used to. Yeah, instead of looking down, you're like, hey, what is that? 14 minutes. Well, I'll keep it cute for the moment. That was the one thing I forgot about, too. There's a ton of content coming up, so I wouldn't fret tomes too much. Okay, cool. Works for me, then. Withdrawal. Yeah, obviously, when you don't play DPS for a while, easy to forget that, you know, queues aren't what they were when the game first released, waiting 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 minutes for, you know, for duty finders. But, yeah, you know, DPS, it's still 15 minute or so. Do you have business with the Crystal Exarch? Just say the word, and I would be happy to escort you to the Ocular. I forgot that he says the same thing every time as well. They're gonna take my job? Nope. Welcome back. We are given to understand a new mayor has taken office in Yulmore. Indeed, our good friend Master Chai was elected by popular vote, and, after some considerable soul-searching, chose to accept the post. It is a shame you weren't able to attend his inaugural speech, though I have no doubt you will see more of him in the future. But tell me, how fared you in preparing for the White Aura site? Our work did not proceed quite as expected. In your absence, we had a frank discussion on the principles of soul transference, and concluded at length that White Aura site was ill-suited for our purposes. But Urianger, did you not say that compared to the mass soul of an Ascian, the stone could house one of ours with ease? That I did. And armed as we are with Beklug's invaluable insight, 'twould indeed prove a trifling matter, were we to disregard the inviolable link twixt mind and soul. Urianger, dictionary word garble. 8 Eden fights left, 3 trial series, 1 story trial, 5 dungeons left in expansion. That's like 2K. Oh yeah, so easy peasy. A link which would, we did belatedly realize, be weakened most perilously in the process of rendering our souls dormant, as Auracite doth require. Thus the shedding of these fleshly simulacra, and the surfeit of ether which compriseth them, would in all likelihood deprive us of our psyches as well. It would theoretically be possible to channel your minds into the Auracite instead, but we would more than likely sacrifice your souls in the process. Which is why we have abandoned that plan and instead devoted our time to finding a means by which mind and soul might be transported together. Then we are no closer to a solution than when we first began. It is a vexing conundrum indeed, but one for which the Crystal Exarch has posited a most intriguing solution. When our discussions turned to the transference of memories and the psyche, I could not but help be reminded of a technique with which I have personal experience. Vance, do you recall what we learned of my eyes from the encounter with Doga in Une? I speak of the royal eye of the Allegan Imperial line, gifted to my forebearers through the blood of memories of the ancient Allegans. It is by this gift that I am able to control the Crystal Tower. If we were to gain an understanding of the technology by... Sorry to just abruptly stop, but like... I think I've said this before. If there was one instrument out there that I could play, like, learn, like that, it would be the piano for moments like this. You know, like, it's just so... It's just so good. If we were to gain an understanding of the technology by which the Allegans were able to accomplish this transference, perhaps then we could keep mind the soul together. Imagine, if you will, a device like unto a soul crystal, replete not only with our worldly memories, but also the bountiful energies of the soul. That is our current avenue of investigation, and we will follow it wheresoever it leads. While we are thus engaged, I think it best that Vance return to the source and inform Kryl and the others of our findings. Agreed. I imagine Tataru will be relieved to hear we've made progress of a sort. Then I would beg leave to rely our findings on Thancred and Reen, and to assist where I may in their investigation of the empty. Yes, please do. Should we have need of your counsel, we will not hesitate to summon you. Yeah, piano, obviously guitar, but piano and like a violin, string instrument too. Big time. Give our regards to Tataru, won't you? Mordona, Mordona, going back to Mordona. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I would, I remember my mom, she had to have been like 40-ish. I don't know. I was still living in the trailer with her, so it was before I was 14. Because 14, I went to live with my pops. But, she like... You talk about, like, people hitting, like, so my father, for example, him and his wife, they hit this, like, midlife crisis where he got a tribal armband tattoo, which, you know, 10 years later he hated, and his wife got a fucking tramp stamp. Like, there's no good way to put it. She got a tramp stamp, which then hated, and he chalked it up to like a midlife crisis, right? My mom's midlife crisis was like she bought a grand piano and had it restored and took lessons for like a month and then just like didn't do anything with it. That was that was her midlife crisis. It was pretty funny. I couldn't keep up with the guitar, and as an adult, one of my hobbies had to go, and that was that. Yeah, man. I mean, I had to get rid of all of my drums. You know, it was shortly after Youngblood was born. Had to get rid of all my drums. I needed a cell phone. I needed a new cell phone. We didn't have dough. I will ride this thing into the ground. This old Samsung Note 10, I think it is. Whatever. But yeah, I had to sell my drums, man. That was one of the hobbies. It's just like, it's got to go, dude. I need the dough, and I know I could sell this. Got to go. My old phone wouldn't hold a charge. Would keep it plugged in. The second you unplug it, dead. Vance, you're back! How did everything go in the first? Wait, don't tell me. Crab will be here shortly, and she'll want to hear too. She's just tending to the others. Their bodies, I mean. Gods, I don't think I'll ever get used to saying that. Anyway, you can tell us everything the moment she gets here. Upon speaking with Tataru, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. I'm ready. I'm Batman.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Don't be.
I've carried out the treatment as per Master Matoya's instructions. It should slow the destabilization of their corporeal ether quite significantly. But tell me, how fare our friends in the first?
So this Becklug's the first to lead an authority on soulcraft, are they? Sounds promising.
And Urianger's proffered solution of white auracite is rather ingenious now that I think of it. Well, while they press on with their preparations, you may rest assured we will continue to do our part here.
Oh.
Yeah! The GOAT! Let's fucking go, baby! My guy.
And none the worse for wear, I see.
Estinian! Oh, thank the gods! We've been worried sick. Did you lose your link pearl or something?
The situation in Garlemald has become more complicated. I was making my escape from the capital when I ran into one of yours, Riol. He thought it best we come straight here.
More complicated how?
Where to begin? After entering the Empire via Razat Han, I went about my mission of investigating Black Rose. It was then, inside a provincial factory, that I encountered the one who styles himself Shadow Hunter, Gaius Baelsar. Our goals being apparently aligned, we joined forces and ventured on into the heart of the capital, to the very Imperial Palace itself. There, we found a man whom all assumed dead. But his soul lives on, and he has wrested back his flesh. Xenos Ye Galvas. Nor did the surprises end there. For no sooner had we arrived than he murdered his sire in cold blood. The Emperor is dead. This sent Gaius into a rage, and he charged in, blade drawn. What's wrong?
So good, dude. Bro, when I had Square Enix points or whatever the hell they were called, I might still, I don't remember, it's been so long, but I remember seeing a Xenos statue that like I easily could have copped for free, basically, but I didn't want, like, I cheaped out. I didn't want to spend the 20, it was like $20 shipping. I was like, nah, no way. I've seen him in action, his body at least. You will not best him alone. Nay, death will not come easily for that thing. If you would join me, then by all means. For what good it will do. The Black Wolf and the Azure Dragoon. I suppose this might suffice. I gotta get my voice acting game back dialed in. Come then. Oh, yeah, okay, I remember this a little bit. Yeah, dude, yes! Disgusting. Yeah, dude, it's so good. Ah, the simple pleasure of one's own flesh. Truly, there is no place like home. Abomination. Whatever he is, Vance was barely a match for him. If we stay here much longer. Emperor Varus, your radiance, are you all right? We may wear out our welcome. Your Radiance, no! Not it. Must even the most middling of sport be spoiled? The world conspires to bore me. But I have no cause to remain. I leave these vermin to you. Xenos! Yeah, dude. Well, any bright ideas? Just one. Kaboom! Let's go. Yeah! Peace out. Your Radiance! The intruders have taken flight. I repeat, the intruders have taken flight. Deploy all available Magitech armor. We cannot let them escape. Oh, DC, you got it that way? Yeah, man, I cheaped out because, again, yeah, the shipping was like 20 bucks or something. And I was just like, no. I was like, then that... Yep. Oh, is this where I take on Ultima Weapon? God damn, I need this Gaborg. Fucking disgusto, let's rock. Yeah, because I think I remember I didn't know what to do. I had to just like keep kiting him around in the battle, and it was eventually that I found out that I had to like limit break. Fucking Christ, this is great, dude. Like most certainly a tent pitching moment in 14 for me, without question. The mouse is working tonight too. Feels good, dog. It's destiny. Gee whiz. Who is this other Jagaloon? Oh, it's Julia. Oh, both of you, eh? Easy. Whatever name of this, like the variant of this Gaborg, I need it. If it's even called a Gaborg, I like to think it is, but it might not be. Damn, Mystinian is fast as fuck, boy. I'm fast as fuck, boy. All right, then I'll take the low road, so to speak. I will see you outside. Stay safe. Bring the noise. Am I going this way? Maybe. It's because he's got all, like, he's just always got sprint on. Must be nice. Again, I'm not even sure if I'm going the right way. Might be. Also might not be, too. We can't get it? Oh, that's disheartening. Well, well, someone's been busy. Here it is. Fuck yeah, let's go. Oh, I don't remember that part. Why is there a body in there? I don't remember the body part. And you would bar my way, would you? So be it. Come, Nidhogg, lend me your strength. God, it gave me chills, man. Dragoons are just so sick, man. For real. Yeah, and now I'm gonna have to... I remember now, I have to limit break this. That's how I make it unalived. I remember it quite vividly. Like, I have one clip of this moment, and it was just like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. And next thing you know... What is that, dude? A la Morn? Bruh. Being a Stinian is so neat. It's so good, dude. Holy hell, I love it. And the music's just beyond hype, too. Godly. Does it say Angry Salamander? Is that the name of the attack? Yeah! Let's go!
Taste my lungs.
So good, man. God damn. Just doesn't ever, like, man. Whew. You have no eyeballs. Such a badass. Guardians and their machina. Now, where are you, Gaius? I don't think he's that deep register wise. I'll get it worked out. I'll get it worked out. I'm sorry. I'll get back in as tip-top shape as I can.
Are you all right?
Peer into my past, did you?
Peer into my past, did you?
Well, I didn't quite relive the experience as you did, but I bore witness to it all.
I'm still not sure what I think of this gift of yours, but no matter. Our confrontation was cut short when the Imperial Guard arrived. It was then that Xenos took his leave, citing boredom.
To think their research into the Echo could bear such fruit. Escaping death, jumping from one body to the next, and returning to his own after all this time. He is an Ascian in all but name.
It beggars belief, aye. But no more than a hero traversing the rift between worlds. My concerns are far more prosaic. With the Emperor dead and the Crown Prince missing, the Empire is in disarray. Until order is restored, assuming it even possible, we needn't fear an Imperial reprisal. And for reasons of his own, Xenos took it upon himself to rid the world of Black Rose. Riol has already gone to apprise the Alliance leaders of these developments. We may leave the matter in their hands for now.
Then perhaps we have seen the last of the fighting at Gimlet. Though, if it comes to civil war, I cannot help but fear for the provinces. Ah, I'd nearly forgotten to ask. What became of Gaius? Did he not escape with you?
That he did, but we parted ways shortly after leaving Garlemald. He claimed another threat had arisen which demanded his attention. He didn't elaborate, but the absence of some device or other in the capital gave him reason to believe they're planning something. Lest you worry, I believe he has well and truly shed the Black Wolf's pelt. Conquest is no longer his objective. We may safely leave him to his own devices.
Well, it's nice to have one less foe to worry about, even if we do have a mysterious new threat to look out for instead. Speaking of which, I'll see that Riol and Al Shinobi are made aware. Though we still know next to nothing, it can't hurt to be vigilant.
Well then, with Black Rose nipped in the bud, I believe I've fulfilled my part of the bargain.
Don't leave us.
That's true, but with the Archon still slumbering away, we were hoping you might agree to stay with us for a little bit longer.
Tataru, turn on the charm! You're adorbs and we all know it. Get him to stay.
Sorry, but I'm not inclined to extend my contract.
God damn it.
Gaius isn't the only one with business to attend to.
Thank you for your help then, Estinian. I see why Alphino admires you so.
He's like, God damn it.
Farewell, my friend. See that you don't make a habit of dozing off in battle.
I suppose we should all be getting on then. As ever, we will see to the Archon's needs. In the meantime, why not get some rest? You've more than earned it. Go on.
Obviously, I'm not 100%, but I'm leaning like hard 95% that we are now, from here on out, truly in, I believe, blind territory. Like, it's basically, you know, for all intents and purposes, been like a blind replay through, just because, you know, in between the ears chooses what we hang on to and what we don't. I do remember that fight, but dude, honestly, I would, because I think we had talked about it, like, I think I had gotten up to 5.2, or like in that general vicinity. I think we are full-blown, we're lights out from here on out. You must be shattered after all the hopping back and forth between worlds. Why not stay here and rest for a while? I'm sure Beglug can manage without you. They've got enough scions to help them, if you ask me. So this new quest is now 5.2. Okay. Meanwhile, in Garlemald. Traitors! You would dare deny Lord Nerva the throne? Gah! That's a mortar shot. Bye. Onward! Before this day is done, victory shall be ours! Boring, boring, boring. Do you think? I find it amusing, like dogs herding cattle to the slaughterhouse. Ah! That's Hugh. Your soul is. Who are you? Oh, maybe not an Ascian? Maybe it is. White-robed figure. Before your majesty, I am but another dog, lost in want of a new master. A hunting dog, if you should wish it so. For I know full well the prey you would seek next. Zodiac. Yeah, this ain't ringing any bells. Meanwhile, in Yulmore in the first. Did you hear? The mayor's reopening Daedalus Stoneworks and they're looking for laborers. There's talk of resettling some of the old abandoned villages too. They're even laying on free Talos to help anyone willing to make the move. Free Talos? Huh. We'd best get packing. Steady work, board and lodging. If that's not a recipe for hope, I don't know what is. Alright, mate! I hope. Hope? Armored warrior? Get out of here! Yes, so long as I yet live, I would see the feeble flame rekindled. Oh, did somebody body snatch him though? It is my destiny to see our dream fulfilled. Dog, I wonder if he's body snatched. I wonder if that's what this is. Wayward traveler. Kryl is glad for your return, though it seems to be seen if she has glad tidings to share. I guess we'll find out. Hiya! I get a slide. Slide and shift and shift and slide. Come on now. That's a little bit better for me. That's a little bit better for me. Give it the electric slide, just like that, just a scotch. Just a bit, and then we get this moved a bit. This moved out a bit. Yeah, I think we're doing okay. We're getting there for sure. Yeah, we're... Yeah, I don't know, maybe. A little closer. It's always getting the right adjustments. It's just freaking shock mount. Don't worry. We'll be okay. Vance, my, what a pleasant surprise. Literally haven't left this spot. If you've come to inquire after the Archons, fear not. Master Matoya's treatment has proven effective in stabilizing their corporeal ether. We mustn't grow complacent, however. Potent though these magics may be, they are not without limits. We can only hope they afford us enough time for the Crystal Exarch to complete his work. If only we could go with you to the first and help. Pardon the interruption, but I come bearing urgent news. Oh, this guy, Maxima. Ah, Vance, it has been far too long, my friend. Forgive me, I don't believe we've been formally introduced. Maxima, former Garlean ambassador. I remain here in Eorzea under the auspices of Commander Aldin, offering what counsel I can for the hopes of resolving the present conflict with the Empire. Ah, yes, I've heard stories of a defector from Garlemald, but never mind that. You said you have urgent news. Indeed, as you may have heard, the Imperial capital is in turmoil and a sizable portion of the Garlean forces have been recalled from the Gimlet Dock. With their number so greatly diminished, the main host of the Alliance has withdrawn, leaving the Alamegan resistance to keep watch over the border. And it is there where we have welcomed a most unexpected visitor who claims that this de-escalation may belie growing dangers and unforeseen threats. Commander Aldin has arranged for an impromptu meeting to discuss these revelations. He has also requested a representative of the Scions attend as well, though it was clear to whom he wished I extend this invitation. It would seem time is of the essence. Well, you'll not be attending this meeting alone. Though I am not as well versed in the affairs of city-states as our comrades, I see no reason to burden a single Scion with all this. Yes, of course. Then we must make for the Alamegan quarter with all haste. Well, what are you waiting for? Get going, you two. Excuse me. We watched Jingle All the Way tonight, and I forgot how corny it is, like corny and good. I forgot how legitimately funny Sinbad was in that, too. Also forgot that it was Jake Lloyd that played Arnie's kid. So I was able to show Youngblood. I was like, that's young Anakin Skywalker from episode 1. He was like, what? Yeah, bud. Yeah, buddy. The new Alamegan Quarter. No, is that not right? Oh, I gotta talk to Maximum. It's my bad. Commander Aldin awaits us in the Royal Palace. If you would follow me. Yeah, buddy, let's go.
They're here, Commander.
Grails, what's up, bud?
For one, I'm grateful that they are. Told you've been busy since our paths last crossed at the Gimlet Dark. Not that I understand half of it. When the Scions spoke of other worlds, I'd struggled to describe what I pictured.
How are you, my
Yet
man?
Things would seem clearer were I to hear the tale from your own lips. Well, I'm afraid the situation will not afford us that luxury.
Anybody planning on PAX East this year, by the way? DC, I know we kind of talked about it last night, but tickets just went on sale. Grails, you coming up? Just checking, you know. Come on out, let's go.
I trust you two require no introduction.
We meet again, hero of Eorzea. Must we repeat this ridiculous display? I pose no threat to you, though what I come to warn you of very well might.
Had he meant to do us harm, I hazard he would have kept to the shadows and brought more than 2 companions. We need not pretend to be the best of friends, but I hope we can put aside our differences for the present.
As you are doubtless aware, Sir Estinian and I cooperated to rid the world of Black Rose in your absence. Our journey together took us as far as the Imperial Palace, where we witnessed Emperor Varus meet his death at Xenos' hand.
It's got a great voice.
Being the sole witnesses to this crime,
Very sultry.
and in no position to defend our innocence, we were then forced to flee, each pursuing his own avenue of escape. When we were later reunited, Estinian claimed to have encountered an unfamiliar kind of machina during his flight, but to me his description seemed anything but, and upon further investigation I found that I was right. The Empire is developing a new Ultima weapon.
What, that Allagan monstrosity, created to vanquish primals, with which you yourself once thought to conquer Eorzea?
Aye.
The same. In my foolishness, I sought to harness its power, and became the Ascian's pawn in so doing. But you know as well as I how that tale ended.
He's literally so butthurt that he got duped by the Ascians. He just started fucking yeeting them all. You know what I mean? He just was just like, fuck this. He's like, I got duped. Time to start killing and grilling. Might be persuaded. Let's go. Just doing some CAD work and chilling right on, dude. DC, you're going to spend 5. Holy man. Oh, yeah, because you got to get a hotel as well, right? Yeah, I'll be doing Friday, Saturday. It's in May this year, so I'm hoping that whatever bout of, like, potential illness I might come across in what would have been March, I'll you know, dodge that. Started playing 14 again? Hell yeah, man. Where you at?
The weapon itself, excavated from beneath this very city, was destroyed ere we could fully unravel its secrets, and that should have been the end of it. But unlikely as it sounds, the Empire's efforts to recreate it have somehow borne fruit, primarily through secret research conducted by the 7th Imperial Legion, it would seem.
Wait, the 7th was all but annihilated at Cartano, along with its legatus.
Indeed. Few survived. The 7th, as it is now, has little in common with the Legion led by Vandanis, and its leadership has changed hands several times since. Precisely how this project has continued despite such turmoil, and under whose auspices, remains a mystery. What we do know, however, is that a number of prototypes have been produced, and that one of them is on its way to Eorzea.
I'm not gonna lie, the banner behind, like the flag, the super duper bright pink is kind of out of place,
but it was all
in my
we could
opinion.
do to slow its progress, so we resolved instead to bring you warning.
And right glad are we that you did. Though it soundly dashed our hopes that tensions might ease at last.
As it is, we've begun to strengthen our presence in the Gimlet Dark, and are assembling a force to meet the coming threat. A force with you in its vanguard, I hope. Before you say anything, I know full well you have pressing concerns of your own. Your comrades remain in peril, and I would not ask you to forsake them. But the fact remains that you, and you alone, have faced the Ultima weapon, and emerged victorious. We need you. And so, when the time comes, if your comrades can spare you, I bid you lend us your strength. I've assigned an officer to await your word.
I'm in, dog. Let's go.
The Ascian's downfall was to be the work of my remaining days. But it was my hand that kindled these flames, and I cannot allow them to spread any further. I will do what I must to see this mistake consigned to history once and for all. Even if it means begging your aid. The Fates will enjoy the irony, even as I endure the ignominy.
Cancel a trip I
I
planned.
too shall make for the border and offer my skills, meager though they seem in such company. Mayhap we shall meet there anon.
Hell yeah. Yeah, what Phil said. I was just wondering about your story progress. Are you current? Are you up to snuff? Are you
Though we can ill
where you
afford
at, my
to
guy?
ignore the coming of a new Ultima weapon. Our friend's plight grows ever more precarious, and none save you can join them in the first. I only hope you are not forced to make a choice.
You beat ShadowBringers? Okay. Like all of it post-patch and everything, or did you just wrap up like all of like the main story? Because this could be spoiler territory for you. Oh, you're in the beginning of Endwalker? Let's go, man. As ever, the way forward is paved with difficult decisions. We can ill afford to ignore the threat of a new Ultima weapon, but with each passing day, the plight of the Scions grow ever more perilous. If you cannot stay for a debriefing on the Ultima weapon, I will not stop you. I only ask that you confer with me before returning to the first. The Silvered version was basically the intro into the trial series of the expansion. As you saw, it gets pretty wild. You can start the quest. It's pretty quick to unlock the first fight. We might do it tonight. Hard to say. Okay. This guy right up here. Ooh, Ruby Doomsday. The Resistance and Alliance forces prepare in earnest as a new threat looms on the horizon. Yeah, Krile is really good. Vance, glad you could make it. As you may have heard, Commander Aldin has given orders to embark from Alliance headquarters to hold back the advance of the Empire's latest menace. Not that the soldiers stationed there are too chuffed about being on the front line against these new weapons. If they're designed to slay primals, they'd make short work of us mere mortals as well. Mind you, it's Gaius Balsar and his new followers who've led the charge so far. By all accounts, they've been giving as good as they are as good as they can get. Words. Unfortunately, their sorties have met with little success. I dare say they'd benefit greatly from your presence on the battlefield. If you're ready, my colleague over at Porta Praetoria will show you the way. Porta Praetoria, eh? I take it you're ready to return to the first? Then I would ask that you apprise the others of the recent events here in the source, namely Xenos' return and the development of the new Ultima weapon. As for their bodies, you may assure them Master Matoya and I will continue doing what we can to keep their corporeal ether stable. Safe travels, Vance. I hope to see you and the other Scions soon. Bum ba ba bum bum bingo boo bam. So we either go back to the Ocular or we start Ruby Doomsday. Yeah, I'll head over there. Fuck it. Then I gotta unlock some map while I'm at it. Clearly, I'm not going that way. I guess I can go up that high. Holy smokes. Maybe I just didn't realize how high up you could really go. Yeah, then we'll swing up there. I'm gonna do the full loop, and then, yeah, Ruby Doomsday. Okay. Damn, man. I'm in, like, I have like an Instagram, and I'm in, I have this cousins chat. So it's like me and my cousins on my mom's side, dude. And once that thing starts blowing up, it starts blowing up. And I'm like, there's so much going on. There's so much talk. What have I done? They all just came up on Saturday, though. We, this year, we started by hosting it, but it was our inaugural, like, cousin, like, Christmas. Because basically all of our parents suck, and really once our grandmother passed away 12 years ago, 13 years ago, it became a shit show. Unfortunately, not usually, but what happened was, of course, money. It's all a bunch of fucking squabbling between, like, my mom was one of five. Then yeah, it turned into squabbles about money. Go figure. It's like, really, man? So, all of us older started doing our own things, get our own lives going on, all that stuff. Still kept in contact, but, like, never really got together unless it was like a Like a young blood birthday, or like my cousin Nick's got 2 kids that are younger than young blood, that just like one turned 4, one just turned 2. So it's just like we'd get together for stuff like that. But getting together this Christmas for like a true cousins get together, it was good. It was a lot of fun. Not all of the cousins made it. I got cousins out in, well, one cousin in California, one's out in Colorado. So, you know, again, same thing. You know, everybody, they have their own stuff going on. Everybody's got their own lives and stuff. But it was really nice that we kind of, like, this is something we're going to do every year now, so it feels good. Give me that full map unlock, you cowards. So what is it? So it's high jump twice. Then it's Gerskogel. Grant's dive ready. Or is it Gerskogel, Grant's Nastrand ready? Okay. Yeah, I know. Well, I'll get back into the swing of things. We're gonna get there. I think Phil said last night it was 2 jumps, then Gerskogel. If I'm remembering correctly, which there's like a 95% chance I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I'll get it back figured out. It'll just take a little bit of time as per usual. On your way to headquarters, I take it. So, your mind is set? Then I shall apprise you of the situation. We have discovered that the previously abandoned Ultima weapon project is being helmed by the reformed 7th Legion. They have already succeeded in producing several prototypes, one of which is set to be deployed on the Eorzean front. Its name, the Ruby Weapon. Ah! Severa and I were able to get within striking distance during one of its test runs, made an attempt to destroy it. An attempt that ended in failure, alas. Based on our knowledge of the original Ultima weapon, the explosives we employed should have been sufficient to blast through its armor plating, but they barely left a mark. We suspect the gifts of its predecessor may have proven the source of its resilience. As you well know, the Ultima weapon was designed to absorb ether from the icons, and the Ruby weapon no doubt shares that ability. If any were summoned during the uprisings of Garlemald's occupied territories, and thereafter consumed, our enemy would become all the more formidable. But its near impenetrable armor was only the beginning of our troubles. It fought back with whip-like claws that can be extended and contracted at will. In the face of such opposition, we were forced to withdraw. Gaius was injured shielding me from the Ruby weapon's assault. Even now he struggles to stand. Damn it all! If I hadn't been so careless, this wouldn't have happened. You need not concern yourself. Let us not forget that I am the one who initiated the Ultima weapon project. If I must give my life to bury this shameful legacy, then so be it. If you were to face it as you are now, you'd be cut down before you even hobbled within firing distance. In any case, we can't afford to lose the information in your head on both the foe we face and the Empire itself. We all know that asking for Vance's assistance presents our best chance of stopping that war machine. 'Tis true that if anyone were capable of putting down such a monstrosity, it would be him. Though I have no right to ask this of you, will you lend us your strength? I'm not one to back to. Ooh, I do this for Eorzea. Yeah, that's. That line goes real hard. You have my thanks. And mine, though I must impress upon you the urgency of our situation. We have received word from the Empire is preparing to advance in the Grimlit Dark. That is where we will intercept them. If our fears are proven correct, the ruby weapon will be among their host. Should it break through our lines, there is no telling the devastation it will wreak. Make no mistake, the very survival of Eorzea hangs in the balance. Once you have sealed yourself for the battles ahead, your escort will lead the way. I'm ready, dog. Ruby weapon. What price must the world pay for my hubris? It's funny that you stopped around this point because this was the first patch they added after. Oh, really? Hot dog. Impeccable taste. Impeccable timing. A short while earlier in the Garlean-occupied city of Wurlitz Magitech installation. How fitting that you did the 7 playthrough in the gap. Look at Ruby Weapon. Fucking A, dude. Commencing Ruby Weapon weapons activation sequences. All units stand by. I like the design. It looks pretty gnarly. Initiating synthetic aurosite system. Fusion successful. No signs of incompatibility. Awaiting your signal. Ruby Weapon, codenamed Darnis, ready for launch. She lock on Stratus over here? Dog, is it really gonna get the Gundam launch? I have to use one of my alts. Oh no, yeah, Retro, you should be able to just hop worlds, because that's what I did. Because I'm usually on Seraph. They turned it into a Gundam? I'm okay with that. Valdalen has briefed me on our mission. I am to take you as far as our expected point of contact with the Ruby Weapon. Once we arrive, the rest is up to you, I'm afraid. A fleshy Gundam, yeah, with sharp teeth. Scary. Fucking scary, man. All right, I'm ready, dog. Let's go. I want to do some Ruby Weapon. Can I just do it with NPCs, or is that going to be lame? I'd rather do it with friends, you know what I mean? Ruby's a trip? Oh, man. No NPCs? Okay. So wait, all right, so hang on now. Is it a trial? Cinderdrift, is this it? That's gotta be. Yeah, it definitely is. Oh, because it'll probably... Ruby Doomsday objective fulfilled. Duty Finder has been updated with a new regular duty. Ruby Doomsday objective fulfilled. Clearly. Cinder Drift with a party. Oh, Cinder. Okay. Oh, so do you wait? So is Gimlet Dark and Cinder Drift two different things? Is Gimlet Dark a dungeon and then Cinder Drift a trial? Or are they one and the same? Clearly Cinder Drift is a trial. Okay. Yeah, so evidently they are one and the same? Yeah, they are. Okay. Dark is a dungeon from Stormblood. Oh, really? Bro, did I never do it? Oh, wait, that's an Alliance raid. Derp-a-derp. Oh, no, okay. That's my bad. Yep, definitely did it. All right. Good to know. Then we're gonna head back to the Ocular. Yeah, Gamria, it's, you know, it's the old brain. The one where you're running through a big old... Okay, yep. Yo comprendo. But Gamria, how you doing, buddy? What's going on? Dude, I wish we had always sprinting like Estinian. Like, that's a hell of a... I want that. Well, pleasure to see you. I hope everything's been treating you well. You've come at a most opportune time, my friend. I have made something of a breakthrough in my research on the soul and a means to return the Scions home. I trust you too have been making good use of your time. Ill tidings from the source, you say? Then I will summon the others that we might all be apprised of the situation. See, what happened is I bought this workbench from IKEA, and the instructions make no sense. Ah, I understand.
Now that we are all here, what news from the source?
I went to Jordan's Furniture and they had the famous blueberry muffins. They were to die for.
A new Ultima weapon. We must count ourselves lucky that Gaius has pledged his assistance.
While this is indeed a worrying development, I think the state of the Empire as a whole greater grounds for concern. With the Emperor slain and Xenos returned, it is impossible to predict how matters will unfold in Garlemald. The Ultima weapon may be but the first of many unpleasant surprises.
The situation beareth closer observation, of that there is no doubt, and doth compound our need to return unto the source.
Then let us address that issue. Our long search for a means to see you safely home may well be nearing its conclusion. Thanks in large part to Urianger and Becklug's invaluable insight, we have succeeded in fashioning a vessel for the journey.
We set out to create a crystalline container retaining the more useful properties of white auracite, but without its regrettable limitations. And after a good deal of trial and error, we made one. And ark for soul and mind both that will allow your incorporeal self in its entirety to be ferried between worlds. A spirit vessel, if you will.
However? Though the vessel is possessed of the requisite qualities to hold mind and memory, it wanteth yet for a means to receive of them. For that, we must needs imbue it with the Exarch's innate gift.
A gift that lives on only through the blood of the Allegan Emperors, which certainly does not flow within Aurosite or any other crystal.
Just so, milady. The blood serveth as a conduit of sorts. In its absence, memory cannot pass from mind unto mind, nor from flesh unto crystal.
That being the case, we must either alter the process of inheritance so as to require no such thing, or determine a means by which my blood may permeate the vessel. I am hopeful that the records found within this tower will yield the knowledge we require to pursue one or the other of these avenues.
Prick your finger, it is done. The moon has now eclipsed the sun.
Well, you should be. The Allegan's body of etherological research is extraordinary. I can scarce believe it the work of ages past. But its underlying principles are not so very different from those of my own field of study. Given time, we will find the answers we seek.
I know that you can ill afford to wait, and it pains me that I must ask you to do so. I can only reaffirm my promise to you that a solution will be found. Whatever it takes, I will see you safely home.
My apologies.
I do hope you haven't come to tell us that mortal peril fast approaches.
No. I had hoped to speak with the Warrior of Darkness. But there is no need to cut short your meeting on my account. I will be waiting outside.
You don't have to leave, bunny girl. We like you.
Why not speak in here? She knows I don't mind.
See?
Unless she didn't want to.
Perhaps I might accompany you. Though I am woefully ill-qualified to assist in the Exarch's research, I may yet be of some use to Lena.
Yeah, Lena's good shit, man. I must confess, while I enjoy my fair share of scholarly research, it will be good to step outside for a spot of fresh air. Now then, shall we go speak with Lena? We have little time, so I will be brief. A Sin Eater has been sighted in Lakeland, and I ask for your assistance in slaying it. A Sin Eater? I had heard some few yet remained after the night had returned, but perhaps we should call the others. That will not be necessary. It is only a single Sin Eater, a simple task for our god, I should think. That said, I believe fighting out alongside the Warrior of Darkness would be a valuable experience for them. Peace can lead to complacency, and they gain nothing from an easy victory. But you do not underestimate your foes, however harmless they may seem. My men would do well to learn from your example. Excellent, then let us make for Fort Job. I kind of wondered if they gave you, like, why not Alphino? Like, if, like, whatever selection you made, Alphino would have been like, bro, like, what about me, man? Kefka, love playing Monk in 14, dope. How, when's the last time you played? Do you play it often? I'm sorry, I'm going Lakeland. Yeah, I can just go out. My newfound love for Xenogears and Faye, and obviously, you know, I say before him because I played, you know, Xenoblade 3 Future Redeemed before Xenogears, Matthew Van Damme as well. Oh, you've played ShadowBringers? Dope. Yeah, imagine just chilling, man. You got like a cocktail sitting on top of the piano or a table next to it, and you're just playing that little motif. Like, I'm not crying, you're crying. It's beautiful. If you would wait here a moment, I will gather the others. You may not remember, but you have met these soldiers once before, though only in passing. Long have they awaited the opportunity to fight at your side. I was at death's door the day after the Sin Eaters attacked. If you and yours hadn't come along, I'd have likely stepped through, and I wouldn't have been alone. Your courage and selflessness is something we all aspire to. I was too there that terrible day. My friend was transformed into a Sin Eater before my very eyes, and I had no choice but to cut her down. The thought of returning to the field, of holding a blade again, it filled me with dread. But there is no way to honor her or my comrades. So I have returned. I swear I will not let you or anyone else down from this day forward. A pleasure to meet you, sir. Truly. It seems like only yesterday I watched as you took flight astride on Amaro to go to save the Oracle. Strange to think the Ilmoran soldiers we once locked blades with are now on our side, but we'll do our utmost to keep the peace here in Lakeland. We seem to be missing one. My apologies, Captain Lena. An elderly gentleman asked that I escort him to Clearmelt. It took longer than I had anticipated. I'll not begrudge your desire to help those in need, but a soldier must be punctual, especially when we play host to honored guests. It won't happen again. The name's Thaler. I'm sure you don't remember, but we met once before in the infirmary. I asked you to deliver a message to the Exarch and the Warrior of Darkness. Little did I know I was already talking to him. Don't give up. Don't give in. I keep those words close to my heart, and the boundless, beautiful skies above serve as a reminder of their importance. My friend got to see the Knight's return shortly before he passed. He left this world with a smile, satisfied with a glimpse of what was to come. But there are countless others who weren't so fortunate. They gave their lives for the promise of a future they'll never know. And so it falls on us to do everything we can to fulfill that promise. No matter what happens, we won't give up. We won't give in. I'm like, yeah. Your heroism has inspired all of our guardsmen in much the same manner. Our scouts at the northern staging point have not had the pleasure of meeting you in person. Let us not keep them waiting. I can't word. I get like, it's different, man. Final Fantasy words are a hole in a weight different than, you know, Xenogears. It's just densely packed. I do wonder though, however, other settings maybe. Is there a way to enlarge the font? Excuse me. Watch, I'm sure there's not. Visual alerts? No. Yeah, maybe display settings? Oh shit, that's the other thing I'm gonna have to... Movement physics. Simple, full. Yeah. Right-click the text box when it's on screen and you can make it bigger, which will make the font bigger. Oh, okay, cool. Good to know. Thank you.
Did you slay this eater? Your orders were to await the main force before engaging.
No, Captain. It wasn't us, I swear it. A man came out of nowhere and cut it down before we knew what was happening.
By himself. Certainly does no light warden, but nevertheless.
It's true. Felled it with a single swing of his axe, he did. I've never seen anything like it. So I says to him, who are you, the warrior of bleeding darkness? And he says, no, I'm a warrior of light. And that was it. Buggered off as quick as he came.
A warrior of light?
Why would someone go around calling himself that, though? It was those bastards who caused the flood. I mean, if you were going to pretend to be anyone, it'd be him, the warrior of darkness.
Hey? Oh, I didn't know. It's an honor.
He's like, shit, bro.
Since the Eater is no longer a threat, our work here is done. Return to your posts.
I had hoped to fight at your side today. But I'll continue to follow your example, and may we meet again.
I apologize for the wasted journey. It seems I overestimated the threat. as for this warrior of light, I do not know who would be brazen enough to take that mantle for his own. Whatever it may once have meant, it is forever tainted by the association with the Flood. The Exarch told me the truth of Ardbert and his comrades' deeds, and I am aware they played some part in your own triumph. But to most, they are synonymous with the calamity that befell this world. Still, if this man is minded to destroy Sin Eaters, I may forgive him his unfortunate choice of alias. But that is neither here nor there. I thank you for accompanying me.
With that concluded, shall we return to the Crystarium? There is a proposal I should like to make.
Forgive me. There is one more thing. A personal concern of mine. I had hoped you might have a moment to speak privately.
Take your time. I shall go on ahead.
Right-click the text box when it's on screen. You can make it bigger, which will make the font bigger. Like, are we talking here or... No, I don't want to hide anything. Chat prompt size?
I will not mince words. This matter concerns the Exarch. Though his countenance belies his age, his demeanor never has. He has seen more than any man should and grown ever more weary with time. But I see I give the wrong impression. While it is true he attempted to open a letter with a salmon fillet the other evening, we are not here because I suspect his mind is deteriorating.
Try to open a letter with a fucking piece of fish. He's just like, this isn't working.
Nor do I believe him to be so maddeningly unconcerned by the prospect of his own death as he once was. Indeed, the opposite is true. It is for this reason that I seek your advice. Since he returned from the Tempest, the Exarch is not as he was. He seems a different man, a younger man. I know not the details of his research, but when I saw him at work recently, there was a glint in his eye that I had never seen before. He looked happy. It was as if he had peered into the future and for the first time found joy there. Though it gladdens me to see him thus, I wonder if I should not keep my distance. I fear that my presence will only anchor him to the past, remind him of all the pain that came before.
Anchors keep us where we have chosen to be. He's lost without you, you know, and he misses you already. Yo, let's play matchmaker. Let's do it.
He. Are you sure? Then perhaps we might remain as we were. As we have always been. What a relief. In that case, I will have to speak with him about the amount of time he is spending at work. This research is important, I know, but if he refuses to consider his own health, I will have to consider it for him.
She's down. I will not keep you. You and your comrades have much to discuss. I will see the others back to their posts. Poor eyes. We got a little frog. We're good. We got a little froggy familiar. It's the same thing every time. I'm not reading it again. I'm sorry. The others were quite shocked to hear what we found in Lakeland. But now that you're here, there's a proposal I should like to make. I have been spending a great deal of time in the Cabinet of Curiosity, and of late I have noted more and more people pursuing books on history, the years leading up to the Flood in particular. I suspect they wish to know more about the Warriors of Light, as well they should, but nearly everything I've come across describes them as Sin Eaters or worse. Regardless of whether or not this Warrior of Light is who they claim to be, I worry their sudden appearance in conjunction with this renewed interest in their predecessors may lead to growing unrest and fear. If the people of the Crystarium seek the truth, I say we give it to them. I too can attest to the falsehoods found within full many of the Cabinet's tomes, with nary a mention of the noble deeds of Ardbert and his comrades. To be fair, they bear some responsibility for the Flood, but when the tale is told again and again over the course of a century, I'm not surprised to see their roles distorted and them painted as villains. Were it not for the records stored within the Crystal Tower, I would have had no reason to question the narrative. Unfortunately, that knowledge was of no use, for when I arrived here in the first, their reputation had already been irreparably tarnished. That said, there still remained those who worked tirelessly to defend their good name in those early days following the Flood. Considering all the good they had done, I find it a wonder they need defending at all. They brought to justice the man who misused my knowledge to bring about the fall of Vobert. That such heroes could be spoken of in the same breath as Sin Eaters is absurd. Under normal circumstances, I would agree, but as time passed, those who knew firsthand of their deeds dwindled. In the end, only one truth remained, that they were the cause of the Flood. With the world on the brink of oblivion, it was all too easy for the Warriors of Light to become villains deserving only of resentment and hate. At that point, the truth mattered little. It would not change their lot. Thanks to all of you, however, their lot has changed, and now they may heed the long-forgotten truth. You claimed it was Ardbert who helped you overcome Emmett Selk, correct? Such a revelation would do well to sway the hearts of those who know him only as a villain. I have shared this with a select few, but one and all must be told of his sacrifice. To that end, I say we proceed with Alphinode's plan. We call together the people of the Crystarium and recount to them the true tale of the Warriors of the Light and the Flood that followed in their wake. Big Al, what's up, my man? How you feeling, brother? How's the fam doing? Well, what say you, Vance? In hindsight, I agree, but better late than never, no? Exarch, might I ask you to continue working with Beck-Lug on the means of returning home? The rest of us will see to the gathering the people of the Crystarium and the etc. We have to reach out to anyone and anyone who might be willing to lend an ear. With any luck, word will spread and more will accompany them. Oh, dang, we got a lot of ground to cover, huh? Yeah, dog, I'm down for Ruby Weapon. Fuck yeah. My man. Anybody else want to boogie down? Vance, my, what a wonderful surprise. Though I hope your being here doesn't mean someone's been hurt. Thanks to you, I've had far fewer patients coming through my door of late, which is a shame come to think of it. I've had fewer opportunities to test my new medicines. I jest, of course. It's actually been quite pleasant to have a few moments to myself now and again. The truth about the Warriors of Light, but the Exarch has already spoken with me about them. Well, if there's no more to the tale, or well, if there's more to a tale, I'd very much like to hear it. All right. Good, still waiting on the results, but that's it. We've been busy at the restaurant. Good. Always packed, never any time to relax. They're going to have to hire more people, and we're thinking about getting a food truck to take place or set up on those. Yo, that's amazing, man. Obviously, you know, like the health concerns suck, right? Okay, you registered us. I was like, what's going on? But you know, obviously you're upbeat and you understand that it's the hand that you're dealt. Unfortunately, but you're, waiting for answers, making the best of it, dude. But I'm thrilled that your guys' business and obviously your family, of course, are all doing so well. Oh, Dan, do you have the like the stuff on the top? Because I Philly said earlier that he had it as well. I checked, it hasn't rolled out for me yet. So is it like, because I had seen pictures, is it just the tags or is it like the whole stream titles on the top too? Everything? Yeah, that is kind of funky. Twitch has this ability and desire to constantly fuck with stuff that didn't necessarily need fucking with. The mobile app is far and away the worst thing they ever tinkered and fucked up. Still not happy with it, still don't use it. Well, what a coincidence. I was just reading over a letter I received from Grendel not long ago. He says a visitor from the Crystarium found him at the bottom of the ocean and that he inspired him to reach new artistic heights. Well, I can only think of one person capable of both feats, though I'd say the latter is far more impressive. To think fate could bring the two of you together in such a place. I'm sorry? You mean the Exarch didn't tell us the whole story of the Warriors of Light? Well, whatever he's left unsaid, I'm all ears. Downtown Bonanza? Which one is that? Cabinet of... Oh, okay, gotcha. That, well, at least the Ethernet shard's right up here. Glad we've been busy. About 4 places have closed in town. Not talking bad about people, but it wasn't a surprise. Rude service at the places. That's it, man. Like, look, don't get me wrong. You can have the best food in the world, but, I like to think that if your service fucking blows, that you're probably not going to get a ton of people. But maybe that's just me. I had beef like it's something serious. Like I had let me walk this back. Hang on. I'm all for tipping people for good service. I don't need them to go above and beyond. I don't need them to like, you know what I'm saying? Like still I will tip. But the other side of that, if like for instance at the 99, if Mrs. Neo asks for something as simple as no onions because she doesn't like raw onions on her salad, to which the waitress just goes, yeah, sure, and then brings over a salad littered with red onions, to which then she goes, hi, I don't mean to be a bother, but I asked for a salad with no raw onions, to which the waitress said, well, why don't you just pick them off then? Again, not out of the court. You're like, yeah, you can just pick the onions off, but for me, it's more the principle. I'm not gonna like sandbag your tip but again, I'm not gonna give you fucking 20%. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give you a great tip if, you're gonna have a bit of a tood. I'd like to say it was. Plenty of crazy chef to someone being rude to one of my waitresses. Really? No, this can't be. Surely there's at least one book here that does not cast the Warriors of Light and their deeds in such a negative light. Let me tell you something, buddy. Oh, Vance, forgive me. The Cabinet of Curiosity has been bustling with visitors of late, but I fear our repository lacks for the knowledge they seek. The people wish to know the truth of the flood, of the Warriors of Light. I've searched high and low, but alas, every account portrays them as no better than sin-eaters, abominations worthy only of scorn and resentment. I know that they were not always judged so harshly, yet I can find no proof, and I dare call myself a librarian. You would address the people and tell them the truth of the Warriors of Light? Of the flood? How wonderful! You have regaled me with the tale once before, but I should love to hear it again. Oh, and you may be assured I will not come alone. And there's OBS wigging out again. It hates 14. It's very, very strange. All I ask for is when we go out, just don't let my drink run out. Yeah, for sure. The dude almost made her have a breakdown because of how he was acting toward her. That dude, what a dick. Like, what the fuck is the point, man? I don't get it. Like, what is... Like, I don't get that. Yeah, keep my water full. And I don't ever... And I'm not saying, like, what Jenna asked for was, like... You know, it didn't seem like a... You know, an odd request or anything that, you know, any of the chefs or whoever would be overexerted by. But, you know, again, it's for me, it's based on the principle. Ask for something small, something simple, nothing like, oh, well, you, and then this, and then that. Then it's just like, okay, I could understand people getting fucking irritated with it. Yeah, for sure, I would too. But like, hey, no raw onions on my salad, please. You know, Jenna was polite about it. To which we definitely got the, we got the little bit of the, oh, okay. Sure, no problem. And Jenna's always the one to be like, well, we still need to... I go, we still don't have to do anything. I was like, nah. Again, I don't ask for above and beyond, you know? But like something like that, I go, no, I'll take $1 off. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, take $1 or $2 off. Come to browse the wares in the market, have you? Well, I can guarantee you'll have no trouble finding what you need, whatever it may be. Under Yule Moore's new leadership, trade has never been more prosperous. Word is that fellow from Daedalus Stoneworks have taken over as mayor. Did he really? Little wonder business is booming the way it is. I imagine it won't be long before all of Norvrant reaps the benefits. But you've not come to talk about the market. Something on your mind? I see. The Exarch did mention they had something to do with your returning the night to Norvrant. All right, consider my interest piqued. I would have made a new salad and offering something as a sorry. See, and I wouldn't even have wanted that, dude. You know what I mean? Just, you know, because, yeah, you can just pick the onions off. Sure, no problem. But again, like I said, based on principle and the tude. The minor-tude and what seemed to be inconvenience we got. I was like, all right, yeah, well, I'll take a couple of beans off. Take a couple of beans out of that pot, you know? Well, to what do I owe the pleasure? Whatever it is, I must ask you to be brief. With the night return, visitors have been flocking from the Crystarium, and I find myself too busy by half. I don't mind, though, seeing the stairs so full of life and excitement, one can almost forget the flood ever happened. Don't do the next step of this quest, it's a long cutscene. Okay, yeah, and this queue has been killing us, huh? The Warriors of Light? Yes, the Exarch has mentioned them before, but everyone knows them now as the cardinal virtues. Are you suggesting there's more to them than that? Well, you've yet to steer us wrong, so I'm willing to hear what you have to say. All right. Like, it's bad enough that I make fun of Jenna for not liking raw onions. Like, it's all, you know, it's playful. It's playful, make fun of. But yeah, she doesn't like onions. I'm like, what's the matter with you? And she always tells me that I use too much garlic, to which I say, there's no such thing. Quite literally, no such thing. The more garlic, the better. I was really hoping complaining would work. Yeah, not the case. Yeah, too much garlic never computes. The town that I grew up in, we used to have a Stop and Shop, which has since closed. It was only there for like 7 or 8 years, if I remember correctly. There's no more Stop and Shops in the state of New Hampshire. There's some, like, they're still down in Massachusetts, but, so they had a, like, they call it like a cold salad bar. You can make your own salad, whatever. But they had, yeah, like roasted, marinated garlic, like whole cloves, you know, in oil. But so I would, you know, I would dump them in like the little plastic containers. I'd bring those home and I would just eat those. And she would be like, "You smell awful." I'm like, come on now. I mean, I do. Because it just, dude, it just seeps out of your pores, but I don't care. It's still delish. Too much garlic is not a thing. Raw red onion I can do, but not other types. See, I don't mind, like, raw onion at all, period. Doesn't matter what kind. Low-key, I know I'll sound like a psychopath, and I got this from the movie Little Monsters, if you're familiar. But, peanut butter and onion sandwich. Hear me out. Hear me out. White onion, you know, doesn't have to be like an entire patty of onions, but, peanut butter. Put some onions on there. Peanut butter and onion sandwich. My man goes, I will not. Very well. It's good. It's good. It's a good thing. Not all the time. I'm not saying like eat one a day. Like it's going to keep the fucking doctors away. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, peanut butter and onion sandwich. Pretty good. Oh, it is wind up Grara. My guy. Boy, oh boy, this, damn. And we're on Goblin, imagine that. Hey, just iced 50-pound bag of red onions today. I do love me some onion. Onion, garlic, of course, ginger, for sure. Wife says you use too much basil in food. That's also, like, that's not a thing. That's... No. Mrs. Big Al, respectfully, that's not real. You can't. That's not a thing. It's not a thing. That is there's no such thing. There's no such thing. I know that if I complete this and there is a long cutscene, that's when it'll pop. Like, that's when we'll queue up. Because that's what happens. Yeah, 5-minute queue my ass. 13 minutes later. My, oh my. Like, I think that there is only, like, I don't know, like one spice I feel like you can really overdo. And it's not even a spice. Maybe. I don't know. It's like salt. I love salt as much as the next person. But sometimes people can overdo the salt. Then onions and peeled diced 100 pounds of potatoes. Getting ready for our special tomorrow. What's the special? And I hope you say shepherd's pie, which, you know, not everybody makes with onions, but I would eat it with onions. Like you brown the ground beef and then you dice up an onion and add that in and brown the, and then you use that for your shepherd's pie. Which is another thing Psychopath Jenna doesn't like. Mrs. Neo doesn't like shepherd's pie. It's like 3 simple things. It's corn, ground beef, and mashed potato. And she's like, I don't like it. What? I do not like shepherd's pie. Probably the same way I don't like meatloaf, even though meatloaf is ground beef with, like, just some simple spices and breadcrumbs. And I'm like, nope, I don't like meatloaf. It's disgusting. Get it away from me. Like, in that exact order. It's disgusting. Get it away from me. Won't touch it. I mean, you want to just say screw it and like, holy shit. All right, there we go. I was getting ready to talk shit. I'm pretty sure that that's what's happened to us in the past when it comes to queues. Arcadia, what's up, man? How are you? Also add peas to the shepherd's pie. Oof, that's a different one. I wouldn't personally, but I could see that for sure. You can use too much saffron and it's a potato soup and the onions are for a chili. Saffron. Saffron's expensive, isn't it? Cinder Drift. Yeah, you guys will have to excuse me if I say hi or engage in conversation and then... Dog, let's go! Disgusting, man. Let's rock. Yeah, Twitch chat hates, like, OBS in chat absolutely hates when I play 14 for whatever reason. What a banger, dude. This song is intense. Fuck. Oh. Guess I was supposed to stand on those things, huh? Sorry, I didn't know. Oh, well, that's a shitty time to res. Yo, what the frick, man? Okay, so it didn't happen a second time? Did we do it? This can't be. The ruby weapon is unstoppable. I'm sorry, everyone. This is the end for me. Activating Oversoul. Increasing autopilot override rate by 100%. Oh, wait, so there is a part 2? Shit, I'm sorry. I just used that limit break then. It's my bad. Yo. Holy mackerel. Bro, what? I am Nael Vandanis. Come to purify this forsaken land. Itchy schnoz, not a good time for it. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, dog. Other than trying to, you know, make it unalived. This is intense. shit, hide behind a rock, yeah. Oh my god. I was kind of trying to like side-eye the rest of the party to see what they were doing. I was like, yeah, I should probably hide behind a rock. And then I see like the massive meter go, yeah, I should definitely hide behind the rock. What am I doing? I don't know. What am I doing? I don't know. Are we okay? Guess so. We're alive. All right, is that legit? Did we do it this time? Pardon me, madam. Hell yeah! Fucking did it. I definitely died twice, but we did it. Oh, dog, that was gnarly. That was sick, dude. The beat, like the first portion, the song in the first part, fucking way more doper than the second part, music-wise. A pound of saffron is $10,000. We buy a fourth of a pound and it'll last us for... Holy shit. That's insane. Really? Even from afar, your figure was unmistakable. As ever, an impressive display. Though as I'm sure you will concur, the ultimate weapon pales in comparison to this new monstrosity. If their research is allowed to continue, the next model will be nigh on unstoppable. With that in mind, the Alliance has enlisted the help of... Wait, I hear something. Here to sift through what remains of the ruby weapon, are you? Allie, what do you think you're doing? Allie? Father! Wait, hold up, what? It has been too long, Alphonse. And you too, Rex. Given that the Empire is proceeding with the weapon project and making inroads into Eorzea, I suppose it was only a matter of time until our paths crossed. It's wonderful to see you again, Father, although I can't say I think much of the company you've been keeping. So wait, what the fuck? Really? Gaius has 3 kids and they just show up all of a sudden? Wait, what? I know a lot's happened, but I'm just glad you're all right. And now you can come back to Garlemald with us. My days serving the Empire are over. Because you're suspected of assassinating Emperor Varus. But we knew you'd never do a thing like that. There must be a way to prove your innocence. Then everything can go back to the way it was. I'd be taking my helmet off, looking at him, being like, huh? And now we get a vision? Hang on. So we found you two shivering on the roadside when he was going through Whirlight. Lucky for you, eh? If he hadn't, we'd probably be dead by now. Oh, okay, so they're not like his children. Okay. As for us three, our parents all died in the epidemic. We'd still be begging on street corners if it were not for him. I just wish there was a way we could repay Lord Gaius for all the kindness he's shown us. He fights for the Empire, so we should too. That'll make him proud of us. You're saying you should join the army? I don't think that's such a good idea. Everyone in Whirlight was scared of the Gallians. Why would we want to be like them? Lord Gaius is different, I know he is. You're right. He always says that the strong should lead the weak. Maybe that's why he took us in. Alright, if becoming a soldier is what it takes, I'll do it. Who's with me? Count me in, and maybe one day people will look up to us like we do Lord Gaius. Then it's settled. From now on, we're all brothers and sisters fighting for the same cause. Brothers and sisters? Then that would make Lord Gaius our... father? Well, if he doesn't mind us calling him that, I suppose so. And that makes you our big brother, since you're the oldest. You'd better be nice to us, or I'm telling father. Ha ha. Hee 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 hee. Lappers, what's up, fam? Happy time zones. Good morning to you too, buddy. So that means for you, it's already Thursday. What's the future like? Father, since you went away, a lot has changed in the Empire. For us too. If we'd known that you were still out there, still alive, none of this would have happened. What do you mean? The truth is... Is that just his armor, or does he have, like, robot arm? It looks like there's a joint. Like a mechanical joint, almost. Yeah, it's gotta just be the armor. If you must go, I will not stop you, but answer me this. Who is piloting the ruby weapon? We all know that Nael Van Darnis has not returned from the dead. Who do you think? It was... Melisandre. No. I refuse to believe that. Really? I refuse to believe you would let that happen. She was a sister to you. To all of you. We only want to finish what you started. And while we will never forget all you have done for us, the next time we meet, it shall be as enemies. Goodbye, Father. As for you, hero of Eorzea, you'll pay for what you did to Melisandre, I swear it. Damn, and here I was low-key thinking that Ruby Weapon was just gonna be, I don't know, I guess kind of low-key, just a trial, you know what I mean? Nah, Doc, it went super deep. Let's go. I'm here for it. Series is very well regarded. Good to know. Sid! My guy! Well, well, Gaius Van Belsar, we meet again. Come to see how your precious weapon project has been proceeding in your absence, have you? You are to come to collect data on the ruby weapon, correct? The pilot, Melisandre, should still be inside the cockpit. I will ask Valdalen to escort you to the wreckage. Any idea who this Melisandre is? An Imperial crony of his, perhaps? One of the orphans. Gaius always did have an eye for talent and a mind to nurture it. In fact, Livia Sass Junius was another protege of his. He even took me under his wing when my father became obsessed with the Meteor Project. It's strange that I felt closer to Gaius in my own flesh and blood. Then my father and countless others lost their lives in the Bosja incident. Hopefully I said that right. Although he was acting under Emperor Solus's orders, he masterminded the whole thing. I'd begged him to reconsider, to put an end to this madness, but my words fell on deaf ears. That's when I turned to Gaius for support, but he was as much a pawn of the Emperor as my father, and refused to intervene. And when my turn came to serve, I defected and fled to Eorzea. I blamed Gaius as much as any of them, perhaps even more, for the barbaric acts carried out in the name of conquest. But when we met at the Praetorium, all that hatred that had been festering inside me seemed to fade away, and I remembered the man I once respected. To think the dreaded Black Wolf was a mere plaything of the Ascians who left him broken and disgraced, having sent thousands of his men to early graves. It's more than most could bear, and now the lives of the children he raised hang in the balance. Any personal grievances I have with Gaius can wait. I'd best gather that information I can on Ruby Weapon, but I'll be back as soon as possible. Sid, my man. If Sid as I remember him, it will not take long for him to finish investigating the remains of the ruby weapon. He never was one to waste time. My engineers are still in the field, but there's something I thought you should know right away. It's about the pilot. I'm not sure how to tell you this, but if Melisandre is dead, I only hope she was not made to suffer. Death would have been a kindness. In all my years, I've never seen such a perversion of science and nature. Clearly you have not met Praetor Amalthus. Her body was fused with the ruby weapon's core. Those last moments must have been spent in pure agony as if every life essence was drained from her. So she was sacrificed to power that infernal machine. Yeah, they definitely made the Alea Vignana system. Golly. We must act quickly if we are to prevent the Empire from committing further atrocities. Vance, is there any other information you can share with us regarding the ruby weapon prior to its deactivation? Nail Vendanis. The legatus mean that much to Melisandre. From what I gather, it sounds as if data based on Nael's combat capabilities was used to override the pilot's consciousness after she was fused with the core. If this technology is perfected, and the Empire begins implanting the memories of renowned warriors such as the White Raven into its soldiers, the Alliance won't stand a chance. Is such a thing even possible? That's more or less how soul crystals work. A similar method of transference was used on the prototype of Estinian thought, was it not? Your friend did mention he overheard the Signiferi loading various sets of data into the test models during the battle. It would appear that the system has been improved since then. While it may bear some similarities, we won't know for certain until we've analyzed the wreckage of the Ruby weapon. It cannot be denied that combining combat data from an experienced soldier with the powers of an icon has yielded remarkable results. But in doing so, the Empire has sunk to the very depths of depravity. This is beyond forgiveness. For once I agree with you, yet one question remains unanswered. How were they able to obtain data on someone who was supposedly killed prior to the calamity? And that's what I'm trying to determine. There is one possibility I'd like to explore, but I'll need to carry out a more thorough investigation first. Severa will provide support while you are in the field. Not only is she extremely well versed in the latest Ingalian technology, there are few soldiers I would rather have watching my back. In the meantime, Valdalen and I will follow the Ruby weapon's tracks back to its point of origin. We will learn what we can of the weapon project and the manner in which Alphonse and the others are involved. Should we uncover anything of value, we will relay it to the troops stationed here. For now, I suggest you use this lull in Garlean activity to recuperate. Would I be correct in guessing that this belated reunion with those darling orphans of yours has stirred up memories of your time in Garlemald? Remember our agreement, Gaius. If you so much as think of returning to your Imperial masters, I will kill you. Fucking A, man. Okay, dude. Gee whiz. The next quest is pretty long and has a solo instance, so it's probably best to do that Friday morning when queue times will be longer. Okay. I mean, I guess I can finish it up though, right? Yeah. Let me finish this up. Damn. I was gonna say, I'm also not completely opposed to just wrapping up like half an hour early. Just because I'm kind of sleepy and I know that the next cutscene is gonna be a lengthy one with Alphino. So, you put down the ruby weapon. Gods, I wish I could have seen it. Not from too close, mind. I suppose I should report news of your victory to the higher-ups. I realize you must have been through quite the ordeal, but could you give me a quick summary of the battle? You make it sound so easy. From the way you tell it, anyone would think you slay hulking brutes like that for a living. I'll put all of this into a report and leave a copy over there, should you fancy a bit of light reading. Anyway, I expect you've got more pressing matters to take care of, like going for a celebratory pint. If the Garleans pluck up the courage to come knocking again, we'll let you know. Until then, rest up. Meanwhile, in the Warlight Magitech installation. Speaking with Alphino always guarantees a lot of yapping. Yeah, big time. And like, don't get me wrong, I love doing the voices. And I love the voice actors too, like the pros, for sure. This is all happening because of him and the Crystal Braves, okay? I still haven't forgotten that. It's all his fault. Everything transpired because he thought he could do something, and it didn't work out. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. You should have told him the truth. He'd be able to help us. I know he would. That's exactly the problem, Allie. If he knew the true nature of the weapon project, he'd find some way to interfere. We've come too far to back down now. I won't let Melisandre's death be in vain. Like that hair color, not gonna lie. Even if that means going against Father's wishes. Cheer up, Alphonse. We can all go back to being one big happy family after we've dealt with those pesky Eorzeans. It'll be just like old times. If only it were that simple. There's no guarantee any of us will make it back alive. Excuse me? I think you're forgetting whose turn it is next, O ye of little faith. With me at the helm of the sapphire weapon, it'll be over before you know it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, dude, I don't like this. Whatever happens, Rex, promise you'll come back to us. I couldn't bear to lose you too. Well, fucking get ready. Oh no, dude. He knows. He knows. She knows. Oh god, no! No! That is fucking heinous, bro. I don't like that at all. No good. No good at all. I don't like that. Nope. Not at all. Yeah, I think we'll wrap up a little bit early, so we'll pick up here. Well, because tomorrow night, for those of you that are going to be around, we're going to watch the Game Awards. Obviously, we're not going to be on until like 8:30, 9 o'clock EST, Eastern Time. So the game plan is going to be, I'm going to boot up their live stream on YouTube and just go back to the beginning of the night. Praying for a Xenoblade trailer? I mean, if you want, man. We haven't used the Dragon Balls in a while, dog. I can get them polished up, dog. We can try and summon Shenron. We can use that tomorrow night. Or tomorrow morning. Give me Xenoblade Trails and Monster Hunter, Jeff. I'm not asking too much. I don't want to see any Trails, but I'll take Xenoblade. I want to see nothing about Trails. But yeah, man, so you guys are more than welcome. You know, that's what we'll be doing tomorrow night, and then Friday night, or Friday morning, Friday, excuse me, we'll be right back here in 14. Oh, for the FC remake. Okay, yeah, I would do FC remake for sure. All right, let's go and see. Yeah, we got a lot of buds on tonight. I'm going to see Frostwolf. He's doing some Marvel Rivals. Did I spell it right? Sure did. Got it. I haven't seen Frosty in a minute. I know he's been busy with life. I'm sure that his voice acting is, you know, obviously keeping him busy as well, but thank you guys for a wonderful night. I legit, it's like, it's the double-edged sword. I don't like the direction in which the Ruby weapon story is going, because I feel like I'm already picking up what they're putting down, and I don't like it. That fucking blows. But I also like it because it's super intriguing, so. But yeah, man, Frosty's good people. He's playing some Marvel Rivals, so if that's your cup of tea. If it's not, you know, he plays a bunch of other games too, so maybe you like him. I'm not prepared for this story. I can't imagine I am. Peaks and valleys, it's a ride. And dude, like, just hearing, it was like, oh, all of a sudden Gaius has kids. I was like, whoa, what? But okay, so the orphans, I got it. But I'm all for it. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you, man. And you stay happy, stay healthy, stay excellent. We'll see you tomorrow night. Do some Game Awards, man. Be good.